So since our last video on the 2023 CR-V EXL gas-powered vehicle, we had a lot of questions about the hybrid version. Well, that's what I'm going to do for you today, take you on a test drive on the 2023 CR-V Sport Touring Hybrid, and we'll kind of go over the differences. So let's check it out. Now on the front of the CR-V Sport Touring Hybrid, you'll notice you have the full LED lights. You're also going to have that in the gas-powered EXL. You do have the front bumper sensors, again, the same in those the gas-powered EXL. And down below, you'll see the open vents in the grille surrounded by the chrome trim. As we come around to the side of the vehicle, we have the 19-inch black gloss alloy wheels. And that same general look with the hybrid to the gas-powered EXL. So you'll notice the similarities between the two. Coming around the back of the vehicle, you do have the Sport Touring badge with the chrome exhaust, dual exhaust tips, and you have the rear bumper sensors as well. The hybrid badging below the CR-V badging as well. In the back of the Sport Touring Hybrid, you do have the hands-free power tailgate. As long as you have the key fob on you in your purse or pocket. There's a sensor underneath the bumper. All you have to do is just disrupt that sensor that will open up the tailgate. You do have the upper platform. We're showing that some of the accessories on the vehicle, this does not come standard, but this is a cargo tray. You do get the carpeted mats. But as far as the seats, you do have the lights in the back so you can see what's going on. You have the flat surface here. If you need the seats down, you just drop those down. You have 60/40 split folding seats, and they do fold flat there for you to place something on the back of the seat. With the hybrids, there is not a spare tire. However, they do have a fix-a-flat, and that's right on this left side. You just pull this open here. And you have your fix-a-flat there. And then also that gray funnel is if you ever had to add your own gasoline to the vehicle. So with the new Hondas, they got rid of the gas caps. If you're at the pump, you just put the pump in as normal. But if you ever had to add your own gasoline, if you ran out of gas, you got to put that funnel in first. Now putting the tailgate down, you can simply hit the button. You have your key fob, you can hit the button there, or you can disrupt the sensor on the hands-free tailgate. And I'll put the tailgate back down for you. And in the back of the CR-V Hybrid, notice how the doors open almost 90 degrees. That makes getting into the vehicle very easy. We actually have the seat back pretty far. You can see I do have a lot of room. I do have some fast charging ports back here to plug in phones. They are the USB-C input. And then the seats do recline in a few different positions. So let me just show you. They actually have 8 different positions. And you can see this one's all the way back. That's completely reclined. You do have cup holders and an armrest in the back as well. And this is a key fob for the hybrid vehicle. It's the same as the gas powered. All you have to do to remote start the vehicle, hit the lock button, hold the circular button down, that's the remote start button, for a few seconds till you see your lights blink, then you can release your thumb. And it's tough to hear it with the hybrid. It's kicking on the electric motor right now and conditioning the interior to a comfortable 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Same with the gas-powered vehicle. If it's hot out, it'll bring it down to a comfortable 72. If it's cold, it'll bring it up automatically. And let's say you walk away from the vehicle after it's off and you wanted to put the windows down. You can actually do that from the key fob. You hit the unlock button once and then another time and you hold it down. And that will put the windows down. It will open up the sunroof as well. All right, let's take it out on the road. So the overall setup is very similar to the gas-powered EXL CR-V. So with the hybrid, basically everything's set up the same. There are a few differences. So you do have the heated steering wheel, and that button's right here in the middle of the steering wheel at the bottom. You just press that button, that amber light is going to indicate that the heated steering wheel is on. But the main difference is the hybrid, obviously, and the electric motor kicking back and forth between the gas-powered motor and the electric motor. The vehicle does that automatically for you. You don't have to worry about that. So as coasting and using the brake, you will regenerate battery power back to the vehicle. And there's a couple different ways to actually increase that battery power or the regenerative braking. You can use the deceleration paddles here. And what they do is they apply braking power and take braking power away when you're driving, especially down a hill. You want to save on the brakes a little bit. You'll be doing two things, saving on the actual brakes of the vehicle and regenerating the battery quicker. Also, you do have a new mode in the shifter. It's a B mode, and that's used when driving downhill. You can actually help with the braking, the regenerative braking back to the battery of the vehicle. And this is used at slower speeds. You can also use your deceleration paddles while you're in the B mode. And again, you're charging up the lithium-ion battery a lot quicker than you would in normal drive, braking, or letting the vehicle coast. Now with the CR-V, you do have a few different drive modes down here, and this switch will allow you to select what drive mode you want to be in. So with the drive mode switch below, you can choose which drive mode that you're in. It comes up standard as normal, which is you're in all-wheel drive all the time, of course, but you have more power diverted to the front wheels than you do the rear wheels. As soon as your wheels start to slip, it'll automatically engage the power and distribute it where it's needed. If you want to be less fuel efficient and a little bit zippier around town, you can put it in the sport mode and then switch back to normal, and then down one will go to Econ. This is used for your long trips out on the highway, maximizing your fuel efficiency. And then the last one is the snow mode, which if you come upon any inclement weather or snow, it's going to more evenly distribute the power for the all-wheel drive system. You also have a hill descent control button. So when would you use this? You could use it as you're going down a steep hill, especially if you have the CR-V weighted down with a lot of stuff or people in the vehicle. And you don't want the vehicle to kind of run away from you. This is going to help keep the vehicle at a slow pace as you're heading down the hill, and it will save on the brakes as well. You also have the wireless phone charger down below here. So with the green indicator, that means it's on. Whenever you have a cell phone on there, it'll turn to the amber light and charge the cell phone while it's sitting there. You do have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Sport Touring Hybrid, and you also have that with the CR-V EXL gas power. On the left-hand side of the steering wheel, I have a little home button that will bring up the menu for the display beyond the steering wheel and allow me to choose whatever I want to see. My range, my average fuel efficiency. I can scroll and see my speed and time, what audio I have playing, whether it's Sirius XM satellite radio, which you have free for 3 months. Also any phone connection, any phone calls coming through. Your navigation system, which is a standard Garmin navigation system from the factory. However, a lot of people use their Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration for their navigation. Driver attention monitor. You have an all-wheel drive torque distribution. But the one that I really wanted to go over, maintenance, by the way, whenever to get the oil changed. The one I wanted to show you was power flow. This actually shows you how the power is being diverted to the wheels, whether it's coming from the battery or the gas-powered engine. You also have that power flow chart right here on the touchscreen. And let's take it out on the road. With the hybrid, the 2.0 four-cylinder hybrid engine, you have 204 horsepower and 247 foot-pound of torque. This is the most powerful CR-V that Honda's produced. While we're sitting here, this is the cruise control button, and then you also have the lane keep assist system button. I'm going to engage those so that I can show you both systems. You do have the adaptive cruise control as you had in the previous generation CR-Vs. You also have that in the gas powered. But the lane keep assist system will keep you from drifting and assist your steering and keep you in the lane. Show you the turning radius on the CR-V as well. A lot of pickup. Now I have my lane keep assist system, it's operating, and the green light lets me know. And then if I start to drift, if I'm not paying attention, it'll slightly just pull me back into the lane. And it says lane departure right there. I don't suggest taking your hands off the wheel. I'm just doing that just to show you how it kind of takes control and keeps you centered in the lane when you're driving down the road. It actually uses a camera in the top of the windshield to map out the lines in the road. Now, as far as the adaptive cruise control, I can set my cruise. I have it ready to go. And I hit set, and we're traveling at 53 miles an hour. But I can go up to 55, let's say. And it will only take me up to that speed. I can actually increase my speed by just clicking up on the plus button, or decrease it by clicking down on the minus button. If you hold it up for a few seconds, it'll pop you up or down 5 mile an hour increments. But the great part about the adaptive cruise control is when you come upon a vehicle, it's going to slow up automatically. When you get in the fast lane and nobody's there, it'll pop you back up to speed, the one that you had previously set. But it will also brake the vehicle all the way down to 0 miles an hour without you touching the brakes at all. And I'm demonstrating that as we speak. I do not have my foot on the brake. I'm allowing the adaptive cruise control take me under 25 miles an hour, and again, it will brake me all the way down to 0. Eventually, whenever I stop here, after about 4 seconds or so, it'll say stopped, where your cruise speed was. All you have to do to resume is just press up on the plus button or tap your accelerator on the floor, and it will put you back into the cruise mode. As far as the ride of the vehicle, it's very smooth. The road noise, it's very quiet. This vehicle in general is very quiet, being that it's a hybrid. Road departure mitigation, what sounds like a lot like lane keep assist system. Road departure will actually brake certain wheels to keep you on the road. It uses the same camera in the top of the windshield to map out the lines in the road. You also have your forward collision brake mitigation system, and that's going to stop the vehicle automatically using the brakes if you're not applying them hard enough. You also have the front and rear bumper sensors. You also have something new with the CR-V and the gas power and the hybrid is the low speed braking control. So if I'm backing up and something's behind me, it'll beep, but if I'm not applying the brakes fast enough, it'll brake on its own. As far as the feel of the vehicle, I love the leather wrapped steering wheel. The Sport Touring has a specific stitching in the interior. You have the two-tone leather interior for the CR-V Sport Touring Hybrid, but it feels very responsive. It's really tight. I love the older generation CR-Vs, but I'll tell you what, Honda really knocked it out of the park with this. I like the new features that it has, like the wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So I have my phone in my pocket, I'm hooked up to Apple CarPlay. All I have to do is click on Apple CarPlay and it brings up all my supported applications on the touchscreen. I have all my phone contacts there, I have all my text messages. I can use any of my Apple Music, so I can play a playlist if I wanted to. The best part is you voice command that with the voice command button on the steering wheel. And you bring up Siri to call anybody, text message, or use your maps as your navigation system. So if you don't mind, I'll demonstrate the navigation system. Let's say you wanted to go to Red Lobster in Greensburg. Directions to Red Lobster.
One option I see is Red Lobster on US 30 in Greensburg, about 2 miles.
You click which one, hit go, and now you have turn-by-turn directions. And we're driving right now. I don't have to put the vehicle in park to use the Navi system with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can do it on the fly while you're driving. Now the blind spot info system is on the outside of each mirror. We have a car coming up on the left, and there's that light. That's going to let me know not to move into that lane. But let's say that I didn't see that light and I have my turn signal on. I'll show you with the next vehicle behind me. It'll beep inside of the cabin. And there's that beeping sound for you. So you have 2 warnings not to move into the lane. That's on the left-hand side and of course on the right-hand side as well. So the warranty on the vehicle, you have a 3-year, 36,000 mile comprehensive warranty. That's all the electronics, bells and whistles, all the computer systems that run the vehicle. And you have a 5-year 60 on your powertrain. That's your engine, drivetrain, transmission, and your all-wheel drive system. And then you also have an 8-year, 100,000 mile battery warranty. So with the hybrid, that's going to cover you for 8 years, 100,000 miles. Now new with the 2023 Hondas, Honda is actually offering 2 years of free maintenance. So for your first 24 months or 24,000 miles of the vehicle, you will have your regular scheduled oil changes, filter change, tire rotation, and your multi-point vehicle inspection. So here we're going to put it in reverse for you, show the backup camera. We have 3 camera angle views. Right now it might be tough to hear on the camera, but I can hear that humming sound for the hybrid to let pedestrians know that we're there. You have the dynamic guidelines change color to give you your projected angle in. You have more of a concentrated view. And then you have that straight down view. You can back right up against the curb without hitting it. Same as the gas powered. And with the EXL CR-V and the Sport Touring Hybrid, you're going to have this bird's eye view that's going to beep and the intervals get closer together whenever you're getting close to an object. That's your rear bumper sensors. And then this button can brighten or dim the screen. So a lot of times people, whenever they have the vehicle in reverse or just a touchscreen in general, the light kind of obstructs their view. Well, this will help out. And that's the test drive. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Visit us online at smailhonda.com or ask for me, Justin Thompson, right here at Smail Honda in Greensburg, PA. Thanks so much for watching.